So you're just going to hear me ramble. Whatever comes through will come through naturally. Because it's all a part of it, isn't it? We all dream and need to be authentic to oneself. If you are not authentic to yourself, how are you to move on into the next stage that is meant for you? Now, this video may not be for you, or it may. Who knows? Whatever messages come through, come through. Maybe there's no messages at all. Maybe you're just supposed to hear me ramble on about the messages that are supposed to come through. Now, in my past videos, you can see my face. You know what I look like. You know how I act. Sometimes that I act, sometimes that I don't act. That was a past version of me, but you know what? Those videos are a part of It has a woman holding a coin upside down. Hello. Hey buddy, how you doing? My friend has come to visit. So there's a woman holding a coin that has no money. What energy is this? Whose energy is this? It makes me wonder sometimes. First chakra, Archangel Michael. Ground yourself. Release what isn't yours so that it can be given back to Mother Earth and then sustained into back to the sender, on which they get in return. So whatever that they do onto me is returned 10,000 times fold. It's not like a simple thing that they do. So the more that they do damage, or thought that they do, or think that they do damage, the more it comes back to them. They break themselves, basically. It's crazy, isn't it? To think that way. But the first chakra, Archangel Michael. Ground yourself. Be dignified. Now, the card that literally fucking flipped over from the hand that really wanted me to flip it over. The card Cornucopia fell out. So the seeds that you have planted in the past have come to fruition. Any other cards? They're like, you know that we don't like being shuffled this way. So I'm going to put these cards over here. Some people like to see the version and some people don't. So we're going to do a quick one last shuffle. There was a card that flipped over. You have third chakra, Archangel Shamuel, that joined the first chakra. So you have the third chakra. Large bangs happen. It's weird. People coming home, making noise, and I'm really at this late at night. One must just be try to maintain quietness instead of creating a loud husband came in, bringing goods, banging the door as they open up. So these cards have been in my collection for quite some time. They're my first cards, and they don't fan out as much as they do or did in the past, but they do anyways. But these are how they like to be read. And once I glance over, the energy speaks and flows. So this section here that is won and completed, we will come back to that pile. She speaks a pretty song along with that one. And this one here. One more. You. Thank you for the rest. I'm now going to proceed to read what cards that I have pulled out. So for whatever energy that this belongs to, may whatever energy are the messages that are meant for you. Financial constraints. A little bit of money. You may have a little bit of money. It's not a bad thing, because then you can train yourself to constrain yourself from spending so that you have an empty bank account. Try not to, when you get the money, try not to spend it. Constrain yourself so that you don't go broke. Learn to manage and write out what do your receipts. They are telling you to find, create a binder and do your things that you've spent money on, cash and whatever. Then you know how much you're spending and bringing in and bringing out, and what you're spending things on, and what you can cut down, and not spend wild amounts of money because you get paid, right? No, you have other responsibilities, and there's other things in your life that you need to focus on so that you can continue on being the awesome self that you are. Don't put yourself in bankruptcy. Be aware of other people's financial constraints too. So it's also indicating that you wouldn't be thank you for your patience. It was something I had to look for, and had to make sure that everything was okay. The next card, I have a visitor and he's on my lap, but the next visitor is all tied up. You create boundaries within yourself, and you hold yourself back from the true potential that you're supposed to be their high priestess. You just have to continue unleashing yourself from the mental constraints that you're not good enough. You are good enough, and when you release yourself, you will find that this financial constraints in this modern time now, that will change, because you have set you free from the limitations that you have within yourself. When you untie yourself from the bounds and the binding energy that you create for yourself, you will have an abundant, that very similar to cornucopia, where you have an abundance and it's flowing and it's just coming out and abundantly. Very similar to would be Nine of Cups, where it's very abundant, the flow, because it's constant, and you untie yourself from other people's restrictions. So all tied up, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're self-limiting. It also means that there are other people involved in your, creating a bind. But do you know what? When they see these cards or create what they create, it entangles them because they are sacrificing that energy that they do upon themselves. And when you walk the way that you walk, and you untie yourself from other earthly bounds and any other kind of constraints, it all comes to an end because you become of freedom. And you have 13 and 23 are your numbers, so you have 1, 2, 3 and then 13, 23. It's like 1, 2, 3. Next is, look at that man holding a coin, but the number sequence 13, 23, 43, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then you have the triple threes, 1, 2, 3. That's pretty cool, man. It starts, and this weird fucking ringing creature just landed. I hate these things. Do you know what he just did? He put himself in the flame, and he's dying. He's dead in the wax. That bug chose to die. So would that be considered black magic? It could be. When you untie yourself from the constraints of others, right? That's very symbolic. It's not strange. It's not gross. I don't have to. I paused, and I was like, well, either I was gonna squish it or whatnot. No, it's still moving. I can see the antenna, but it's in the hot wax. It's one of those box elder bugs that come out of nowhere, and they're everywhere. And I'm like, you'd think that people would have a better understanding about these animals or creatures or whatever they are, because I've studied them, and it's the head that is the control center. The body is just the reproduction. It just exists. But the main brain, of course, is the brain. So even if you think that you kill it, it's still alive. Because if you didn't squish its head, it doesn't die. So that thing is still kind of moving because it's not really in hot wax. And I'm like, man, it's crazy, those books. But isn't that interesting that he chose to go into the fire than fly away or or get squashed by me. But a man holding a coin is coming into the picture here. He's got money. Maybe he's young. And he's got money. He's like, I'll buy your way. And I'm like, really? You buy my way? Maybe. What can you do for me? Door to value. Do you know how I was talking about the once you set yourself free and then you have a flow of an abundance with the 9 of Cups for my Hermetic deck, and then you get the door to value where it just gushes out and it's abundant, and yin and yang, you balance yourself out of the situation that you find yourself holding on to. All tied up also indicates of past energies, past things that have happened that create you from moving forward. They are telling you to cut the ties. It's time to let go now. There's no point in holding on to people, places, and things that hurt and haunt you, because you don't move on from the situation. And even if names will be said, it just exists as that, and it's nothing more than that. The man holding the coin is impressed by you. He says that he's never seen anyone like you. Like you're one of a kind, like you're one. A replica of past lives conjoined into one. And so the man holding the coin, yeah, he does have coinage, but it's not about that. It's almost like he has fields of abundance behind, like there's beauty, there's land of abundance. It's very, very beautiful. Lavender fields, right? It's very, very beautiful. Yes, it may just be one pentacle, but it is a rather large coin. Does his passions lie with others? Perhaps. If he is persuaded, you must try to keep yourself not bound and be open to love when it adveres there. I think that's it for the evening. The overall outcome of this reading here is that you balance yourself out from the situation that constrains you. The mental, emotional, physical, people, places, and things that tie you up and keep you bound to spending your life away. You have to let that go and trust in the process of moving forward in the right direction for you. The man holding the coin is ready to be coming in and giving you and showering you with money. But you also free yourself from who you're supposed to be or not supposed to be. And this is where it comes in, where you don't have money, and your third chakra, Archangel Michael, and your cornucopia, the things that you have done in the past meaning they're saying movies, writing, there's plays, there's things that you have done in the past that have all caught up. And so you are this absolutely beautiful, stunning woman holding the coin. Look, man holding a coin and the woman holding the coin. So she has no money. She's broke. But she still maintains having a good black cat by her side, right? She keeps herself bound. But the seeds that she's planted in the past and the things that have happened in the past is coming to fruition. They're telling you to get ready. Third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, which root sacral chakra. So where your stomach is, right? It's your solar plexus. That's your third chakra. And it's, creativity. To be inspired by yourself. First chakra, Archangel Michael. So be able to ground yourself, go talk to some trees, go talk to the moon, balance yourself out. You have balanced yourself out. And congratulate you. They're saying that we have to go. So once you free yourself, things get better. And the man holding the coin is coming for you. Be ready. Thank you for being here.